Welcome back to Season 2 of Sailing Sitka. We are Jay and Kenna, two young Canadians who stepped outside the box of comfort and decided to act on their ambitions of sailing around the world. We first set sail from Victoria, BC, Canada, and have been adventuring around Mexico ever since. In this season, we'll be sailing on, further south and closer towards our dreams of exploring everywhere the sea touches. So sit back, subscribe, and enjoy the ride.
Alright guys, it's 2:30 in the morning and we just woke up. We're about to get ready to go sailing. We got 100 miles to do to get to Chamela, and I'm a little worried because Kenna just had her pants upside down.
Upside down, exactly.
Inside out, same thing in French, whatever. Yeah, 2:30 in the morning, and
I could have swore my pants had a pocket and I just couldn't find my pocket. So they were on the other side. On my leg. On the inside of it.
And that's the first mate. Now we gotta get the boat ready. Wow.
I don't remember how to sail even. It's been 3 weeks.
So yeah, basically we're gonna be motoring for the first 2-3 hours, just get out of this bay, and then we should have it should be a downwind sail for hopefully most of the morning and forenoon, and then maybe have to motor a bit in the late afternoon, early evening. We should get there hopefully before sunset, but I doubt it. We might get there just after sunset. Oh yeah, we're gonna go do a little sail.
Tired.
Yeah, we're gonna be napping in between our watches. So I'll just get the boat ready, do our classic jazz here, do all our pre-checks, and we'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Crazy Nick's on his way.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Nicola! Port side.
No friggin' way.
Yeah, way.
Okay, this is Nick, you guys. I don't know if you can see him. He's like, look at this.
There's ramen in there too.
He's delivering us food and fresh focaccia.
Other side?
Yeah, that way you'll be able to come up.
Oh my god.
This man is what we call in Canada a beautician.
Yeah.
I still can't believe Nick actually woke up.
Oh, it's like actually hot.
Yeah, it's warm. It's just out of the oven. So Nick put up an alarm and woke up like an hour and a half ago and made all this fresh focaccia bread, like chocolate chip ones, normal ones.
Chocolate chip one, normal. He got us ramen.
Oh, it's the good too.
It's good ramen. Nick, we love you, bro.
Yeah,
Nick's a freaking beauty.
Nick's
he literally is.
You might see more of Nick too, because we might have convinced him to come sail with us next season through the Panama Canal.
Yeah.
So, because he might leave his boat here or sell it and come do a trip with us.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you so much for feeding us.
Yeah, Nick's a beauty. All right, now we got to get this boat on the way here. So we're gonna start pulling up the anchor.
Guys, I don't know if you can see that, but there's barnacles on our anchor. That's freaking insane. Like, the growth here is bonkers. You guys can't really tell, but we are on the move. Whoop whoop. We just raised the mainsail to help balance the boat out. And we're on this course until 7:30 in the morning. So that's us for the next little bit. Why are we leaving at this time? Good question. I hate night watches, and Jay is generous enough to let us just leave at super duper ooper in the morning so that we're gonna get there by sunset tonight. So
we might get there just after sunset, but sunset's like at 7, so like we'll get there and we'll be able
It'll
to
be dusk,
put
yeah.
the hook down, and then even if it's dark, it seems like a decent anchorage to come in at night. But that way we can come in and like just put the anchor and then have like a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
So if we can avoid having to do like a full night of night watches when it's just the two of us, then we'll do it. I don't mind night watches, but Jenna's not a big fan of them. So yeah, we decided to just leave super early, like 3 a.m. basically. We woke up at 2:25, and then by 3 a.m. we were anchor up and going. I guess there's barnacles on the anchor.
Yes.
I showed you guys. And we only been here 24 days, which is the longest we've stayed anywhere this season. But last year we spent 3 months here, and I don't remember having barnacles on the anchor.
Yeah, you should.
We had barnacles on the chain.
You should go see it. It's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah,
they're small, but like there's millions of them.
The sun is just about to come up. It's 7 a.m. and right now we're still motor sailing. We got the full main out with a preventer, and the wind just started shifting downwind, and we could definitely sail right now. I'm just gonna motor for another half hour, let Kenna sleep a bit, and then when the sun's a bit more up, I'll wake her up, and then we're gonna make our turn around this point and then start heading south, and then we'll adjust the sails, put the wind vane, and might go for a little nap after that.
Update for you guys. So you would have seen earlier that we were cruising along pretty good there for a bit, even going about 7.2 knots, and then it's like we hit a brick wall. We just completely stopped. The wind completely died. So yeah, we had great wind rounding that point. It actually got pretty sporty, but then once we rounded it, it completely just died off. Had to roll the Genoa. We still got the main just kind of helping us balance, but yeah, not at all what was predicted, so kind of shitty, but what can you do, you know? Anyway, it's my watch. The captain has gone down for a little nap, so hopefully the wind will pick up soon. It's starting to, no, maybe not, hopefully starting to veer at some point.
All right, so now it's my watch. Obviously, I'm bringing out my new toys. So I got a little tuna lure. So let's see if we catch some tuna. Because we have a bunch of mahi still. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if we caught a mahi, but I would love to get tuna so we can make fresh sushi rolls.
Yes.
And some agua chile, which we just discovered with Max and Karen, and it's absolutely freaking delicious. So it's kind of like ceviche, but better, I find.
Yeah.
We're supposed to get wind from over here.
Yeah.
Now the wind just started picking up ahead, so I think it's gonna clog to where it's supposed to come here. Hopefully in an hour max, and then we can hopefully have at least 5-6 hours of downwind sailing and turn the engine off. But now I'm gonna enjoy this beautiful chocolate pistachio bread.
Oh, Nicky boy.
That Nick literally made for us. Woke up at 1 a.m., made it for us, and delivered it just before we set sail.
As we sailed along and out past Banderas Bay, it settled in that this was officially the furthest south we've ever sailed in Mexico. Last season, we made it as far as Cruz before our boat started falling apart and needed some major fixings. By the time we got Sitka back into ship shape, it was time for us to sail her north so that we could put her on the hard for our off-season. Now, in a blink of an eye, we are fully immersed into Season 2 and have finally made it past our furthest point from Season 1, and we couldn't be more excited for what lies ahead to explore on the rest of the Pacific coast of Mexico.
This is one of my favorite parts when we do a passage, is when Jay reads me about the next place they're going to be anchored to. So,
And as you can tell, we're no longer on the Sea of Cortez,
yeah.
but now on Pacific Mexico. And now this is where we're going next. So Bahia Chamela. And it says Bahia Chamela is the first major anchorage south of Cabo Corrientes and Banderas Bay, which is where we were in. It is a large, beautiful bay surrounded by miles of golden sand beaches and highlighted with a handful of national park islands. The northern portion of the bay offers good wind protection and is the most popular place to anchor. And that's where we're going to be anchoring. It also says the small village of Perula lies at the head of this anchorage with a variety of beachside palapa restaurants, small abarrotes, which are a grocery store, to stock up on basics, and even internet access. So there's this rock we got to avoid. And a bunch of rocky islands, and that's the reason right now we're motor sailing. There's enough wind right now to like be sailing at like 4.5, but normally we wouldn't be motor sailing. But I want to make it around these rocky reef points in the daylight, because we've never been there. Getting in the anchorage if it's dark, I don't mind, but I want to get past the shoaling area in the daytime. But yeah, it looks like a cool little town.
It's very exciting.
And these are the reefs we got to go around. It says like extensive reach stretching southeast of Punta Perula, but it's well marked. There's 2 towers that have bright red flashing lights, so we should see that. And the restaurants, apparently, I didn't read this in here, but I read that on Navionics. The restaurants, if you actually go and eat there, they'll take your garbage for you, which is really nice actually, because when you stay somewhere for a bit, like garbage accumulates. There's not a lot of storage for garbage. It's something that a lot of older boats, especially of this size and smaller, didn't take in consideration when building them, is a place to store garbage. Like I built this propane box and we can put like a pretty decent sized garbage bag in there, but once that's full, then it's like you're hanging them on the side and it becomes smelly and not very nice to have around. So it's good when you can dump garbage. Well, just inspected our gooseneck and our spinnaker bracket that we made like months ago now, and that have covered like, I don't know, 800 miles offshore, and happy to report that, touching wood, everything's good to go. Track's still really good, hasn't popped out anywhere, which is nice. Good. It's that good, dude.
Is that what?
It's that good, dude. And then when you look at that track, it looks so crooked and stuff. But it still goes up and down like butter. Yeah, we're gonna be coming in about an hour, so we timed it pretty much perfect. I think we'll have light all the way till past the reefs, and I think when we drop the anchor, it's gonna be about to get dark. So that's good. So I think it was definitely worth leaving at 3 in the morning. That way we avoided, like we had like one night watch, which I did in the morning, but that was just getting out of the bay. And then it got really sporty around the point, like, and
today was like, it was motor sailing all day. We just put the sails away, but it was supposed to be downwind sailing, and we were getting like upwind or beam reach. And
that's what it said on both predict wind and windy.
Yeah, both predict wind and windy were off in both direction and wind speed.
So what gives?
So yeah, but it's an area that I think a lot of people kind of end up having to motor a lot here. So it's either that or it blows. So I mean, whatever, burn a bit of fuel.
Whatever.
The only thing is that there's not a lot of places to get fuel here, but it's fine. The next passage after that is like 30 some miles to Tenerife. So that we'll just wait for a day where it's like blowing like 15. That way we're good, and then we can just like zoom down there. We got a few friends that are down there, so that'll be cool. And it looks really pretty. There's like mangroves and all that stuff. I'm excited to check out this spot too. So our friends on Double Deuce said that they spent a week here and they wish they had spent longer. So it's gonna be nice to check that spot out.
Whoop, whoop.
That'd be nice to be like in a beachy area too for a while.
Like a beachy?
Like a beachy where the water's clear. Because La Cruz this year, the water was really dirty.
Yes.
Like last year it wasn't as bad, but this year is like very murky and stuff. So, but it was a lot less rolly and windy than last season. But
we were there earlier.
Yeah, we were there earlier. Last year we arrived in La Cruz like right now, like about this time, and now we left. So yeah. Anywho, we saw a couple sea turtles today on the way down. That was cool. But pretty much like very uneventful sail, really.
It was very uneventful.
Just motor sailing, and that's about it. Listen to some music. Batteries are fully charged. We've been running the motor for like 16 hours. There's only 1 hour that we were able to have the engine off. And like I said earlier, we would have probably turned it off. If we were doing a longer passage and like we didn't care about coming in at night, there's probably like 5 hours we could have just sailed, but we would have been going like under 4 knots. But
yeah, probably 2.
Yeah. Did you show them the barnacles on the anchor?
I did this morning at 2:30.
Oh, they could see it?
Yeah.
It's so weird. I've never seen barnacles on the roll bar like that. Oh, La Cruz. La Cruz and La Paz so far are the places where shit grows the most.
Yeah, well, it's also the places we stay the longest because there's shit to do.
Yeah.
Anything else to say?
No, I'm just kind of excited to like put the hook down, watch a movie, and relax a bit, and chill.
Out there at sea, she will feel small but free. I'm not sure who directly said that, but my dad once quoted it on a sticky note and hid it in my bag before I left sailing. Nothing could be more true. As I stare out at the uninterrupted horizon, I feel like this is one of the last places on Earth that you can be where all societal pressures and restrictions do not exist. It is just you, your boat, and the vast openness the ocean generously provides. It's incredibly freeing and yet lonely in the best ways possible. For me, nothing will beat or compare to this feeling of being at sea with nothing but your wildest thoughts and dreams. We started our approach into Chamela just as the sun started to set. Sure, it wasn't the most eventful sail, and yes, we would have loved more wind, but it also made us think for a second. There were times where we had too eventful of sails and begged for passages such as this, instead of sails where we broke our gooseneck, bent our prop, torqued our external track, snapped a spreader off, and had a reef in 40-knot squalls. So, sometimes, here and there, I think an uneventful transit shouldn't go unrecognized, because we have now arrived in a new Anchorage with a ship-shaped boat and a happy crew. At the end of the day, all is well, and I'm feeling internally grateful.
All right, the anchor is finally down and everything's good to go. So now we're at the moment of truth. Ain't that lovely? And this is where we are. Can't see much right now, but
Oh my god.
we'll see tomorrow.
That feeling though.
Yeah.
We can't wait to share with you what life is like in Chamela, but that's all next week on Sailing Sitka. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Sailing Sitka. Stick around for more to come. If you enjoyed, please spread the love and let us know. Special thank you to our Patreon members for making these videos possible, as well as helping our dreams come true. See you all next week.